If you'd like to see how I'm going to transform this plain plastic tumbler cup into this rhinestone embellished lovely blingy cup, keep watching this video. In this video, I'm going to be adding some embellishments to this 20-ounce dome lid cup. So it's an acrylic cup. It's BPA free. I guess that means that it doesn't have the harsh chemicals in the plastic, and it's a really nice, yeah, it says it right here on the bottom, but it says warning, do not microwave, and you should hand wash it. It's available on my website, myroyalradiance.com. They are currently 20% off all cups. So I'm going to be making this as a gift to someone. I want to try something different. So I already have a name cut out. I know I want this to say Mrs. Lee on the side. From what I've learned, this person likes the color red. My daughter had a birthday earlier this month of April, and one of their lunch aides gave her a nice bag of gifts, and I was just so grateful. And my daughter was so grateful. It was like some pajamas, some cute little sequin slide sandals, a big bag of popcorn, like a cute t-shirt. It was just so thoughtful, and I love when people do thoughtful things they didn't have to do. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to add this vinyl that I cut out with my silhouette cameo. I'm going to add some rhinestones to the words Mrs. Lee, and I'm going to go ahead and sand this. I couldn't find my sandpaper, but I found this. This will have to be close enough. I'm going to just buff it out, get it a little scruffy. Use some quick hold E6000. Add some really big gems here, and when I use these type of gems, they're so sparkly, they're extremely fabulous, and I'll be using some UV resin to make these stick. So let's just go ahead. Okay, so once you sand it really good, make sure you wipe it off with alcohol. And here's where I started adding the rhinestones. I tried to use a marker that wasn't a Sharpie, that was red, just to have a red background. It didn't work out, so that's why it looks like it's a tinge of red on there. But I'm using the E6000, it's quick hold, and I'm just adding that on pretty quickly because it does seem like it dries a little faster than the regular E6000. And this glue is pretty decent. It doesn't have a powerful smell as much as the regular E6000 does. I'll just have to make sure I put this glue in a precision tip bottle, because the way it runs out and just gets kind of messy is really annoying. But other than that, it was pretty decent. I like that it's not as strong as far as the smell, but it still has like a skunky smell to it. Now for something like this, for a nice instant hold, I like to use the UV resin. It doesn't always work on every single last surface, but I really feel like it should work on here. If it comes out how I have it in my mind, it's going to be very, very, very pretty. So I'm just going to kind of test it out to see. So I'm going to kind of go 1 or 2 or 3 at a time, and then just kind of keep holding it under the light. You can get this UV resin on Amazon. That's where I got mine. It's about $10, $12 a bottle. This bottle is 100 grams. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start just adding like a drop here and a drop there of the resin, the UV resin. And you see how I'm just putting the light on there for a couple seconds? That way it won't get to slipping and sliding around. Then I'm just gonna keep going, adding 2 or 3 here and there. And I just kept going, doing the same thing. And then I just wanted to switch it up. I'm adding some resin planner charms because I just felt like it needed something else. And I like these resin planner charms, and I just wanted to show you guys other things that you can do with them. And I'm glad I did, because this actually came out really, really, really pretty. I do have the resin planner kits available, myroyalradiance.com, if you're interested. So I added on that first planner charm, and I'm just going to still continue to fill in with these large gems that I'm using. Add the light on for a few seconds and just keep going. I'm adding this little pair of shoes because it has the red bottoms and I have red on the cup. So it just made sense to do it. And I'm just going to keep moving along. I'm almost finished. As you can see, it's not really taking that long. When I got close to being finished, I just kind of had to like really move some things around because these gems are so big. I wasn't really trying to have too much spacing, so that's what I'm doing here. Finished with this lid. I ran into a little situation. I already kind of fixed it, but these rhinestones are really chunky, so in between there may be a little bit of spacing. It's not really bothering me, but I went ahead and put some E6000 in this area right here and added some rhinestones. See if you can see that. There's another little weird space right here on the side, and I just don't want that opening there. So I'm just gonna put some glue in there and add some rhinestones in between the best way I can. Okay, so here's where I'm doing what I told you. I'm adding glue in those cracks that are kind of big, adding smaller size rhinestones, probably like a 5 or a 4 millimeter rhinestone. Then when you're finished, because of maybe glue spilling or using a wax stick, you want to make sure you go over your project with some alcohol or soap and water so it's nice and sparkly and shiny. Okay, so here I'm adding the decal really quickly, you guys. I put it backwards, so look. I had it backwards. I'm kind of glad I did. I had to recut it. This is the one I recut. Look how much cuter this font is. I like this font better anyway. So I'm just going to fill in the letters with rhinestones, 4 and 5 millimeter. I got a little bit on the cup and I just try to wipe it off. And it's like a little smudge there. I've never had a glue to where I couldn't wipe it off. Like even after it's dry, you should still be able to kind of like wipe it off, scrub it off with a little bit of soap and water and a warm towel. Something. Take your finger and kind of rub it off. That's a problem I ran into with this cup. I tried everything. I had like a little smudge that I couldn't get off even after I was done. It was so annoying, but it still turned out cute. I'm just finishing the Mrs. Lee words. The vinyl helps you to have like a stencil, and I'm going to show you guys the final result in this next moment of the video. Okay, you guys, here is the final finished result of this project. I love this cup. It is so sparkly. It is so pretty. I wish my Sharpie would have filled in that red area. Well, I couldn't find my Sharpie, but that would have been even cuter and fuller on that edge area. I like the red accents with the shoes and the words on the cup, the Mrs. Lee area. And if I didn't say it already, I cut that out with my Silhouette Cameo cutter. So that was a really nice way to personalize this cup. Now, of course, if you want, you could fill the whole cup up with rhinestones. That's just not what I wanted to do, but that's definitely something that you can do. That's a much longer and tedious process. I love these chunky rhinestones. These gems are gorgeous. They kind of remind me of, what are those diamonds called? They kind of remind me of baguettes, like the way the light hits from them. They're so pretty. Also, these resin planner charms, I think they were a perfect touch. They just really, they didn't, it's not mandatory, but I just felt like it needed it, and it gave a nice look based on what I was going for. But I thought this was really cool. And remember, when you're using bigger size gems like this, you have to be able to like lock them in. I used 2 different sizes towards the top area. You probably can't tell because I kind of laid them to the side, but you can see around the first area, I just did them vertical. And then I did them horizontal and vertical at the top. So this is just showing you a different angle. Also, I'm trying to show you the smudges that I just could not get off. This was like right before I gave it to my daughter to take it to school with her for her lunch aid. Oh, and her lunch aide absolutely adored this cup. It made me feel so good. She gave me such a cute thank you card, letting me know how much she appreciated this cup. And this was right before my daughter got on the bus. I had to get some sunlight on here to show you how beautiful it looks in the daylight. But thanks you guys for watching this video. I hope you did find it helpful. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up or share it on Facebook. Thanks you guys for watching this video. Bye-bye. Oh, and you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Life is a Whole Vibe with underscores in between each word. Thanks again, you guys. Bye-bye. And we do carry faux leather inspired designer fabric for your crafting needs, luxury inspired croc charms, as well as iron-on patches and much more. Enjoy the coupon code MyRoyalBeauty10 off. Check out our website, crtacticaldefense.com, where we do sell in-waistband gun holsters, belly band holsters, and many more. Please check out my discount code VIBES for a special discount for my